Yes, the lowland gorilla. Here he is seen, having a tasty little meal of grub worms. But he senses another gorilla nearby. Sniffing his own feces, he decides perhaps he should throw it. And he flings his own feces at the other gorilla, attempting to show dominance over the other gorilla. He is unable to do so because he's such a huge weirdo.
Hello, and welcome to What the What, the show about fun facts and a little bit of science. Today, we're talking about gorillas. Yeah, some real monkey business. No, they're apes, okay? They're not monkeys. This is real ape business. But first, this is where I interrupt the show to say I need you to subscribe and share it and all that stuff, and like and comment, notification bell. You ever see these massive animals at the zoo? I mean, sure you have, unless you've never been to a zoo, which I highly recommend that you don't go, because zoos are awful, awful things for animals. Most zoos. But that's all I'm going to say about zoos today, okay? Science says that gorillas can lift up to 10 times their own body weight.
Got a delivery here for a What the What show.
Thank you. What is this? A letter. A gorilla's strength is about 10 times their weight. Yours truly, Science. Okay, so how much does a gorilla weigh then? Well, a healthy male can weigh between, what's the answer? Survey says 300 to 400 pounds, and a female around 250 pounds. Now, if they are in captivity, because zoos are bad, I wasn't going to say anything about zoos. If they're in captivity, they could get up to 600 pounds, but that's an unhealthy weight. That's not just muscle anymore. That's chunky fat boy. So that means a 400-pound gorilla could lift 4,000 pounds? In the ideal situation, yeah, that's crazy. Not only can they lift up to 10 times their weight, but they have a bite that is up to 1,300 pounds per square inch. To put that into perspective, that's 300 more than a tiger, 400 more than a grizzly bear, and 1,100 more than the human mouth bite. And you know, monkeys and apes look a lot like humans. In fact, 98% of our DNA is the same as a gorilla. But that explains why I like to fling my poop so much. They also have 32 teeth, just like humans. Wonder if they have to get their wisdom teeth removed too. Stupid wisdom teeth. Anyway, there are two main types of gorillas, the eastern and the western gorilla, with some subspecies within those groups. They live in a range of habitats from swamps to forests, and there are the lowland gorillas, which live in bamboo forests, swamps, and lowland forests in the name, I guess. And there are also mountain gorillas, which live in the forests in the mountains. Okay. Do you know that gorillas are mostly herbivores, meaning that they eat plants and veggies? Do you mean those big old chunky boys don't eat meat? Well, sometimes. Technically, they are omnivores, so they can eat meat or plants and be just fine like humans. Most gorillas go with meatless options for their diet, such as eating bark, leaves, stems, and occasionally small ants and worms and larvae. Ew. They eat up to 40 pounds of vegetation a day. I mean, I couldn't even eat 5 pieces of broccoli when I was a kid. Give me chicky nuggies. Gorillas also engage in COPROPHAGIA. No, that's not a Fabergé egg or something fancy. It means they eat their own poop. But they also eat other gorilla poop, not just their own. While they might be poopy eaters, they do generally live to be about 35 years old. They can live longer, like up to 50 years, but that's in captivity, and we know if it's a zoo, most zoos are bad. Moving on! Adult male gorillas are known as silverbacks because of the characteristic silver hair on their back. Duh. Silverbacks because their back hair is silver? I mean, come on. This typically happens at about 13 years of age. And when it does happen, they sometimes run off and live alone, or they join other male gorillas that are the same age. It's like that little group of old men that always meet up at McDonald's on Sundays and have their breakfast and their little sausage McMuffins. And they go,
Well, back in my day, I remember when this cost a nickel.
Unfortunately, for decades, gorillas have been on the verge of extinction due to hunting, disease, poaching, habitat loss, and just humans in general. They're on the endangered species list. But thanks to some conservation efforts by some groups, they have slowly been increasing their population. But their total population numbers do remain low. So these groups have to continue the perilous fight to save these animals. Now, if you're interested in helping from afar, you can do the following. 1. Recycle. That's right. Electronic devices like your cell phone, they have metals in them that are mined from sources in the Congo, where gorillas live. 2. Use palm oil from sustainable sources. Palm oil is usually in makeup and some other products, but you could also just avoid it altogether. Number 3, donate. That's the easy one, right? I'll be leaving some links down in the description below so that you can do your best to help these gorillas and other endangered species. As always, thanks for watching, and what did you learn today? Did you know that gorillas eat their own poopy? Did you know that there are some humans that eat their own poopy? I think maybe they're a little closer to that 99% than the 98% DNA.